I'll close this and I'll open object repository merge tool. After comparison, what does this merge tool does? Now there's a primary file. Primary file can be anything. The first object shared object repository. This is the second object repository. I'll take as the secondary file. Now suppose I want to merge these two object repositories. I'll click on OK button. Now a new file, third file, will be created. The selected object repositories have been merged successfully, and this is the new third file. Now this will have the objects from both first and the second object repositories. You will see two unique items added from primary file, two unique items from secondary file, and two items are identical in both files. So 2 here says that it is common in both the files, cancel and help. 1 says that it is unique to first file. I'm sorry, 2 says that it is cancel and help belongs to the second object repository which we added. 1 says that agent name and password belongs to the first object repository which we added, and OK is something which is common in both the object repositories. You can see over here. We close this, and when we save it, it will be saved as a new third shared object repository. Now this could be useful if you want to merge two projects and you want a common shared repository for both. There are two different projects having two different shared object repository, and if you want to merge the two projects and have a common shared object repository, you can use this tool and you save it. So this was a brief about different operations which could be performed on shared object repository. Now I'll move to the next topic, which is checkpoints. Checkpoints is a very important topic since we are the testers. We have to check for values at the expected values, whether the expected values are matching with the actual values. So how this is achieved? One way is through checkpoints, and therefore as a tester it is very important for us. During automation scripting, you face several situations where you need to check the properties of objects or count the number of links in a page, or you have to, as I had given you an example of ICICI website, wherein you check your account summary, your account balance, and if you want to check whether the balance is matching with the expected value. Expected is suppose 2000 rupees and it is matching with the actual balance. So all this can be achieved using checkpoints. Checkpoints, with the help of which you can check for the required properties, comparing the actual values from the application with that of the expected values. Now okay, I guess my screen is not clear. So guys, I think now you can see it. These are the different checkpoints which are available in QTP. I'll explain you one by one. So the first one is standard checkpoint. Now standard checkpoint checks the property value of an object in your application. The object can be anything like button, combo box, lists, etc. So if you want to check if the login button is enabled after entering the username and password, for certain websites, like when we unless and until we enter the username and password, the login button won't be enabled. So if you want to check that, then you can create a standard checkpoint of the login button. I'll show you how.